I'm at Lakewood Forest Preserve. That could only mean one thing. It's time for Alex's Ultimate Loop. Good morning, everyone. I am coming to you today from the city of Wauconda, Illinois.
Wauconda forever!
It is at this location where we are going to check out Alex's Ultimate Loop. Alex is a subscriber who sent me a custom loop that he created using all trails, and it's 42.2 miles long. Okay, so we're over down here at Lakewood Forest Preserve. It's a big 42.2 mile loop that goes up using the Millennium Trail, and then over here somewhere is a section I believe that use streets and sidewalks. We're going to check out this area. I've never done this. And then it reconnects to the Millennium Trail in Round Lake Beach. It runs through Rollins Savanna Forest Preserve down through, I believe this is Prairie Crossings bike path. It makes its way over to, I believe this is the Casey Trail here. Casey Trail makes its way to Independence Grove, makes its way to, looks like the Des Plaines River Trail down to the North Shore bike path here, back to the Millennium Trail, back to Lakewood Forest Preserve where we're at. So I'm always excited to do a loop this big. A lot of my rides are going to the end of it, turning around and double backing the entire way. So checking out a loop in Lake County is particularly awesome, because when I think of loops, I always think of stuff using the Prairie Path, because that could connect to the Fox River Trail. Okay, we're going to check out this loop going clockwise this time. The next time I ride it, I'll be sure to ride it the opposite way. So if you've never been to Lakewood Forest Preserve, here's the parking lot for it here. Here's the Millennium Trail that runs through right through here. Heading north will go this way. I have a handful of rides that start at this location, one of which you can make your way all the way to Lake Michigan from here. But let's check out Alex's Ultimate Loop. Well, welcome to Singing Hills Farm. So we've made it 6.6 miles from where we started in Lakewood Forest Preserve. Quality of the trail on the Millennium Trail is really good, as expected. It's nice and wide, very, very clean. Lake County seems to take very good care of the Millennium Trail. All right, so we're going to keep heading north. All right, well, welcome to Marl Flat Forest Preserve. That's up here. We just left Singing Hills Forest Preserve. Let me show you the map on this side. Okay, so it says we're 9.5 miles into the ride. We started over here at Lakewood Forest Preserve, made our way to Singing Hills. Now we're in Marl Flat. So we're getting close to the ComEd construction, which was, I believe, was right over here. So I'm interested to see if that's over with. I'm hoping it is, but if it's not, I'm hoping it's still passable. And then there's this section here of roads that Alex put in because these two parts of trail are not yet connected. So, and then we're going to pick up the Millennium Trail again and make our way into Rollins Savanna Forest Preserve. Okay, so we hit a path closed sign. I believe it's in the same location it was the last time I was on this trail, or the last couple times actually. So I'm going to continue going down here. I'm hoping that it's in better shape than it was the last time I was here. I can't imagine it would get any worse. So let's check it out. Okay, so we are at the other path closed sign. So back here, the wood is all gone. They had like wood pallets or something similar to that on the ground, I imagine, to try and protect the trail. They definitely need to fix or just replace the trail in that section, but it is completely rideable. I've ridden on much worse that doesn't have a path closed sign in front of it. So back to this side over here, area closed for construction, not safe for public access. I was really hoping that this would all be done. I mean, this has been going on over a year at least, to my recollection. But yeah, we're just gonna head on this way and see how bad it is. All right, so we've made our way to Fairfield Park here. So the trail, I mean, while they definitely have to repair it back down over there, I mean, they should really take those signs down or just get it repaired. If it's Lake County's fault that it's left like that, that's really disappointing. I imagine it's probably ComEd's fault. But in Fairfield Park, this is where the trail currently ends. Right here at the Fairfield Disc Golf Course. Let's check out the map. Okay, so I've been familiar with this ride so far. My bike says 12.6 miles, so we're just over 25% done with the ride. So The Millennium Trail picks up again right over here. So there's this whole section here that Alex created in order to make our way from this spot here, Fairfield Park, to the very western edge of this section of the Millennium Trail. So we're just going to follow his path. Hopefully it'll all work out well, and we'll get to that other side. Okay, so that section so far was really easy, and you're cutting through some really nice neighborhoods. So as you saw, I took a tiny detour when I saw what looked like a straight shot basically across to the two separate neighborhoods. It looks like you could in fact do it, but it's private property, so obviously we're not going to invade somebody's private property for that. So it looks like all we have left on this little detour, we're here, we need to get up here, and then the rest of it's trail, so we just got to do a couple turns and make our way. So it's looking good so far. Okay, so that little section was also really easy. So all we have left to do is head up this way. We got to make a left somewhere, and then a right, and then a right again to make our way back onto the trail. Right here we're at the intersection of Route 134 and Cedar Lake Road. Looks like they got a Twisted Burger. There's a BP gas station. We're right across from the Round Lake Metro. As always, when given an opportunity, let's take a moment to recognize Old Glory, waving in the breeze, as she should. POWMIA, not forgotten, never forget. Okay, so we made it. This is the Millennium Trail again right here. So we're on, looks like Beachview Drive and Sunset. I have a ride that comes out to this location. You could check that out in the info card or the description below. So bravo to Alex, because he did a great job connecting these two portions of the Millennium Trail together. Definitely not hard to do. There are sidewalks where you want them to be, and all of the rest of it was like slower streets where you didn't really have to worry about high-speed traffic or anything. All right, so we're going to be heading in an easterly direction here, and then we're going to make our way to Rollins Savanna Forest Preserve and then start making our way south again. Okay, so we're officially in Rollins Savanna Forest Preserve now. The trail continues this way over here. Incidentally, you could start this loop from this exact location. They have parking here, they have restrooms. Looks like a couple of picnic tables here. Rollins Savanna Forest Preserve has a loop here, but it looks like we're just going to take the western side of the loop and make our way down. According to All Trails, we're at 19.7 miles. The bike says 19.9, so looks like we're nearing the halfway point on the loop. Okay, so we've made it to the KC Trail here. This is where we are. We just got off of this. So now we're off the Prairie Crossings bike path and we're hopping on the KC Trail. We're going to take that all the way to the Des Plaines River Trail. And that happens right here at Independence Grove Forest Preserve. Right here at the western side of KC Trail, there is in fact a parking lot here. So you could technically start the loop from this location. They have a porta potty over here. They have a picnic table over this way, garbage can. Okay, well, this is where the Casey Trail ends. On the eastern side, it runs right into the Des Plaines River Trail here. This way is going south. This way you'd be making your way north. Okay, so map update here. We're up in this corner here. Now, Alex's Ultimate Loop makes his way south here until it hits the North Shore Bike Path. We are right by Independence Grove Forest Preserve. That's, in my opinion, Lake County's nicest forest preserve. They have a loop trail here. Actually, they have two loops. They have the Overlook Trail and the Lakeside Trail. I can't be this close to Independence Grove without doing the Overlook Trail. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just pop into the Independence Grove area, do the Overlook Trail, and then pick up the Des Plaines River Trail and start making my way south. Okay, so we're back at the intersection here of the Des Plaines River Trail and the Casey Trail. That's the way we came from originally before we diverted to Independence Grove Forest Preserve. So that diversion looks like total from this point back to this point is 3.1 miles. Took about 18 minutes to do. Okay, so we are off the Des Plaines River Trail at this point. We just hopped on the North Shore bike path. So the last time I was down here, I did a video on the Skokie Valley bike path. That's not too far ahead. Middle Fork Trail is on my list of trails to check out. And at this point, we're gonna be headed west on the North Shore bike path to where it ends. Okay, so we've made it to the western end of the North Shore bike path at Bryce Avenue here. So we're gonna be on some sidewalks for a little bit until we reconnect with the Millennium Trail. Okay, so we are back here at Lakewood Forest Preserve in Wauconda, Illinois. Now with the Overlook Trail, the total mileage came to 46.7 miles. I believe All Trail said it would be 42.2 miles without doing the extra that we did. So Alex's Ultimate Loop is pretty great. So this makes effective use of the trails in Lake County. The part of the ride that was on streets was easily manageable. You went through multiple different trails, multiple type of trails. I'll put some of that on the screen. On this loop, you go through a bunch of forest preserves, so that gives you access to restrooms and that kind of stuff, which is good. Some other parts of the loop give you access to some restaurants, that sort of stuff, which you could, of course, get some food and then take it to the forest preserve, find one of those picnic tables and do a picnic lunch. It still sucks that that area is closed by the disc golf course. But as you saw, you know, you can make it from one side of that to the other side of that with not a whole heck of a lot of trouble, so that's good. So let me know what you think of Alex's Ultimate Loop in the comments below. If you've ridden parts of this trail and are familiar with parts of the trail and you have a particular part that you'd be willing to share, definitely put that in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoy this content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. And that's all I have today from Alex's Ultimate Loop. I'll catch you on the next ride. Do you have a trail recommendation for me? Let me know in the comments below.